I'm live now. Alright, what's up, guys? I am back, Chris Kane. I am here to give some tips about dipping in school. I'm I'm just gonna say this. I don't agree with, I guess, underage people dipping in school. I don't care really, but I'm not, trying to get people to do it. But um, I was just gonna go through because I know whenever I did that first video, a bunch of people watched it and a bunch of people liked it, but I didn't really give really in depth, on how to do it, and I was, gonna give some hints on how to do it and the easier ways to do it and the better ways to not get caught doing it. But before I do that, I'm gonna put me a dip in, and I got some Copenhagen long cut original. And I've seen just first time I bought some of this in a while. I bought me a log of it, and that shit was fucking expensive. And talking about it was, I think, $25 for 5 cans. It was ridiculous. Like I can get like a log of wintergreen for I think $13 maybe. That was ridiculous, but I wasn't gonna try to. Yes, I do. I wasn't gonna try to do all that. But alright, I got me a mud jug right here. I think this is actually the first video I actually use my mud jug in. I don't use it too often because that motherfucker gets to stinking. But especially when you did fucking original, so it starts stinking like a motherfucker. But let's see. I guess the first way, well, my school didn't really have. We didn't have security officers. I've just seen that from people that's been, I guess people's commented and told me they have security officers and metal detectors and stuff like that in their school. But mine did, so I'm not exactly sure how you would get away through a metal detector or anything. I guess you can like Timberwolf, and you can either dip Timberwolf or put it in the can, so it's plastic. But I'm gonna go ahead and tell you some of the hiding places I used. I guess we'll start from bottom. I wore boots, or I guess you can wear. I guess it doesn't really matter, but you take if you're wearing some longer socks, you can put the can either inside your sock, and it'll just sit right there, or you can put it in there and then roll your sock over it, and it'll stay there, and it won't really come out. It's a pain in the ass whenever you try, you want to get a dip, you got to go digging in your sock and shit, but that's a way to do it. Or we just used to just drop it in our boots, but if you were to get checked, it would, if they took, told you to take your shoes off, it's visible, they're gonna see it. But I've been checked a couple times, and I don't think they've ever made me pull my pants leg up. And but I don't, that's one. Then you can go, like I had, I don't know where they are, but I have keys, and they would be on a lanyard with like key, I can't remember what it's called. One of the little hook things, and I put my keys on it and put them in my pocket, and you could, it's not 100% because you can, every once in a while the keys will move, and you'll still see the can in that outline in your front pocket. But if you're not wearing super tight pants or anything, and just keep a watch out. You see teachers or principal or something come towards you, just put your hand in your pocket, put it over it, and then to know for a fact they're not going to see it. But if you do get checked, they will find it in your pocket. But then you can, the way I did it the most was probably in my front pocket, and I would put it behind my wallet in my back pocket. And you just pull out your wallet and slide it in between your wallet and your ass, and then it's there. You can't really see it, but you do have to be careful about pulling out your wallet, or people pulling out your wallet, because that does happen. I've had people pull my wallet out of my back pocket so many times, and the can go flying through the air, and luckily I never got caught by that. But I would have been mad as shit if I did. But that's one of the ways I do it. The most foolproof way, I guess, is either to put it in your waistline. The stretchy part on your boxers. I've had to put it in my waistline so many times it ain't even funny. I got checked and I had a dip in my mouth while they was checking me, and they didn't even know. All I had to do was just put it in my waistline. Some teachers will, or not teachers, but principals will make you do I can't remember, jumping jacks, yeah. But if you're not wearing like really loose fitting boxers like I wear, a sport fit, and they don't, it's even if it does come out of my waistband, it's not gonna fall unless they're making me do like 50 jumping jacks. There's a possibility, and that would definitely suck. Or see, we had computers too, and we could put them in our computer bag, and there's like because they had pads in it because it was for a computer, and you could lift up the very bottom of it and slide it up in there, and that's it. And they usually wouldn't find it. I can't never think of a time they did find it, but that's it's usually a pain in the ass to get to it. But say now after you got it into the school, you're not getting caught with it just having it on you. The best, I guess you need to learn how to be able to spit. The way I did it 9 times out of 10, I got me a bottle of water. We have drink machines all around the school. I'd get you a bottle of water and bring it to each class. Usually a bottle of water can last you through a whole class. I had like 2-hour, 40-minute classes, something like that. So I had to go, just about every time class changed, I had to go to water fountain, fill it up, so you're not buying fucking however many waters a day, because that sucks. And you just drink it. It doesn't. Sometimes it starts getting rough on your stomach and stuff. You can't do that all the time, but sometimes it's okay. But that's what I did probably most of the time, because I didn't like having a spit bottle on me all the time. But there's some teachers that are real naive, or they don't care, and you can just pull a trash can right beside you and spit in a trash can. I recommend there being stuff in the trash can, but not like white papers at the bottom. I got one of my buddies got caught like that one time, because there was a bunch of paper in the bottom of the trash can. He's just been spitting in the trash can, and it was pretty obvious because he was sitting right beside the trash can. But I think one of the most foolproof ways of doing it is the way I never even came close to getting caught. Get you a cup like this. You can get them from a gas station for like 98 cents, like one of these big ones, and put some, you get like a fountain drink, and it's got a lid and a straw. And put that straw on, lid and straw in there, and drink it, however much you want of it. But usually you should put, darker liquid in it. But there'll always be, at least while it's got ice in it, they can't exactly see what's at the bottom of it. And you can just put some sweet tea, Coke, whatever, and then there'll just be a little bit of sweet tea in there, and you have ice in it. And all you gotta do is just spit down a straw. It takes some practice, because for some reason, every once in a while, whenever you blow into it, it will, I guess, like the pressure builds up in there, and if you got it pressed straight down to the bottom and you blow into it, it'll build up some pressure, and then as soon as you take your mouth off of it, it'll spurt right out of there, and that's not fun, because then you gotta clean it up. But as long as you're not, when you practice with it, and get used to it. I never even had a teacher look twice at me whenever I had one of these, ever. It's probably one of the easiest ways to do it. And it's just it's hard to get caught with something like that. One time I accidentally knocked my cup off the table, one of those, it being foam. As soon as I knocked it off the table, it busted open, and there went dip everywhere, because I didn't even put any ice or drink in it. I was just spitting in the cup. As soon as it fell off, it was just poof. went everywhere, and I had to hurry up, run across the classroom, clean it up, get some paper towels, clean it up, and everything. That was nerve wracking, but I got it up, and I didn't ever get in trouble for it. But you know, there's no 100% foolproof way, because not everybody is good at hiding stuff. I just happen to be pretty slick. I've been caught one time. That's just because the teachers knew I was a dipper, and I dipped, and our teacher, and I guess I pissed him off some kind of way or something, but he decided to wrap me up one time, and it just it got me, and it's just one of them things. If you want to do it, you gotta face the consequences if you get caught. So you can't really do nothing about it. But I have noticed. I mean, I know some people ain't brave enough to put a dip in the middle of a classroom. Best, your best shot, going to the bathroom. That's the way my buddies that were skittish, they always did. They went to the bathroom, put a dip in, come back to class, because that gives you time to either get put your dip in, and then you can get your drink on the way back to class, and that can, help out, or, you can do it other ways. I would just, turn around, make sure nobody's looking, then put me a dip in, because and there's another thing. You gotta, I don't even know how to explain it to you, but I was cool with everybody. Didn't nobody really want to tell on me all the time. So if you're one of those people that's always got somebody that's wanting to get you in trouble, wanting just cause problems, it's gonna be hard for you. And it's just one of them things. You can either deal with it and make sure they don't see you, or whoop that ass and make sure they ain't gonna say nothing again. That's all I can tell you. And let's see. Or if you don't want to dip in school, but you think you need to dip while you can't go a full day without dipping. You can, when you get on the bus, if you're sitting right behind the bus drivers, you can still do it. But it's because all you gotta do is just bend over, put your head on the seat, and they won't see you. And just make sure they're not looking dead at you when you spit. You're fine. And if you had a book bag or something like that, put your bottle, cup, whatever you're spitting in your bag. Take it to a trash can whenever you go to the bathroom, throw it in the trash can. Nobody ever know. The biggest thing is trying to show off about it. Don't try to let everybody know you're dipping, because they will tell on you. There are just some people that will do it just because, and they're assholes, but you can't do nothing about it. But let's see. Or there's a way to do it. I don't like it personally because it's not the same to me. You could get snus, whatever you want to call it. And it's I don't even know how to explain it to you. It's spitless, but it makes me feel like I got to burp all the time whenever I do it. Because I don't know. I guess you're just always swallowing, and you get swallowing air at the same time, and it just makes me feel funny. So I don't really do it too often. And then they got this other stuff called like brute snus. I don't know what it's called exactly, but you snort it. That stuff, you'll get a nicotine rush instantly. It hurts. Like it feels, it's probably the closest thing you can do to cocaine, but it's not, like it's not gonna get you high like cocaine, but you'll get like a nicotine rush for probably about a minute or two, and then it's gone. And I don't know. I wouldn't recommend it, but it's kind of rough. But you can. Let's see. My buddy, he used to always put dips in Ziploc bags and then bring it to school like that. Just so he doesn't have an obvious can somewhere that they can find. and you ain't gotta do all kinds of other stuff with it. Um, let's see. While I'm thinking about it, I'm gonna go ahead and do this. There, my buddy, he is a singer. He's been doing a couple uh, covers of bands like Simple Man and stuff like that. He's pretty good music. Music everybody likes, and he's doing pretty good. It sounds great. And he's got him a YouTube channel now, and he's trying to get himself up off the ground. And I've been watching him, and I've been seeing him, and he's been doing great. He's getting a decent amount of views for how long he's been on there. And his name's Dakota, and I'm not gonna say his last name because I'm not sure if he would want me to. But his YouTube channel is County Line Kings, and he's been doing pretty good, and he's been trying to get himself up off the ground, trying to help and I was wanting to help out him, and see if as many of y'all see this. I don't care if you like this video. I prefer you to if you will go subscribe, like, tell him I sent you, and that would mean a lot to me, and I would be willing to try to help out and do more videos, as many videos as I can. I just really would like you to help him out because he's doing good, and he's one of my buddies, and I really like y'all to go help him out. Once again, County Line Kings. But anyway, I guess we'll get back into that. But go like him, go subscribe to him. He'll really appreciate it. He's doing what he's doing is covers. I'm trying to help him get up off the ground. Help him get noticed, spread out a little bit more, because that would really help him out a lot. But anyways, let's see what else. Trying to think, what else did I do while I was in school? I guess I can tell you the things that went, how you can go wrong in school. Going wrong. Thing. I guess one of the biggest things was trying to show off that you're dipping, because that would probably get you in a butt ton of trouble if somebody was to catch you or see you. Try your best to not let that many people see you. Biggest thing about hiding it is hiding when you spit, because just certain people, they'll just say, just because you spit, they don't even know you're dipping, and they'll call you out for spitting, and that'll get you busted quick, because the teacher's gonna be like, why is he spitting in the middle of class? That's not normal, and they're gonna call you out, and stuff like that, and you just try to keep attention off of you. Let's see. And if you can't put in a dip fairly fast, I wouldn't do it in class, because everyone will smell it, especially if you're dipping wintergreen, long cut. And long cut doesn't smell. I just threw my can. But anyway, long cut doesn't smell very good. So somebody's gonna be like, what the fuck is that smell? And let's see. Okay, I seen where you was asking about dipping in middle school. Pretty much, it's mostly the same, unless it's mostly the same. Your best bet, I most of the time I dipped. I was, if I had PE, that was usually the period I dipped, because either you're not sitting right next to a teacher, or in a quiet place where you couldn't do nothing, or you're outside. So outside's great, because you can go do your own thing away from teachers and whoever else you think might tell on you, and that's one of the best ways to do it. And if you was to think someone didn't care, like a teacher, don't rub it in, because somebody may just be letting you get away with it, but they think you don't know that it's like a teacher. They may think that you don't know, they don't see you, but they will not say nothing, because they understand what you're doing. It's not really that big of a deal. But don't, do nothing crazy, try to rub it in, try to show off, because that will not turn out well. Like what I was doing in that video, the other video, don't do that. I just did that because that teacher is blind as fucking bat, and she is, not. She's old. She's one of the nicest people you ever meet, but she's not. She's just. If she was to seen it, she would have told them. She would have definitely wrote me up. But I don't know. She probably wouldn't have. She probably would have, told me to put that up. Not to be doing that. But it's just one of them things. Like this, and I have noticed the older you get, and the older grade, like at I didn't really start noticing this till my junior and senior year, but not people, but the teachers and principals and whatnot seem to start caring less about stuff like that when you get older, and your classmates aren't gonna fucking tell on you as much in your later days of school, because people starting to have their own things to do. They don't really have time to worry about you. So I mean, it's just one of them things. Later on in life, you don't really have to worry about it. But still, I'm not saying you can just go around willy nilly dipping. I mean, that's basically what I did. But the people around my school didn't really give a fuck, and I could just pretty much walk around spitting trash cans in front of teachers, and nobody would really say anything. And it's not a. But for everybody, that's not the same. But when they did catch me, it was I think I got suspended for 4 days, and I think 3 days of in-school suspension. And I only got caught one time. I know a couple of my buddies that got caught all the time. And, the teachers just started knowing, this person dips, need to pay attention to him if they see him spit, or they see him go into the restroom, or he's got a bottle, they pay attention to that. So, once you make yourself known, you are known. So, it's best to keep it under wraps as long as you possibly can. But, another thing, all my buddies used to ask me, do you got dip, you got dip, you got dip, and then, because people start asking them if they have a dip, especially the younger kids. They're like, because they can't buy it for themselves, they can't get it. So the younger kids would ask other people, and the people that know, would know I had dip. So they'd be like, hey, this guy, this guy over here, Chris Kane, he's got some dip. You can go ask him. And then eventually everybody knows you have it. So, and then if you tell the wrong person no one time, they're going to be like, hey, this kid, this guy right here's got some, he's got dip on him. I heard he's got dip on him. He's been dipping in class and blah, blah, blah. They, get you in trouble. So, I mean, I guess in total, it's best to not let people know, that that you're doing it, have it or whatever. And, I guess I'm going to start answering some questions now. I'm not meaning to not, answer anybody's questions, but I'll do shout outs if y'all want. And I don't remember your name, but I just seen what music do I listen to. It's I listen to just about anything. I listen to rap, I listen to hip hop, whatever. I like just about anything. I don't really like pop. I don't like most new country music, but because it's more country pop. I don't like that shit. That shit's gets on my nerves. 75th Ranger Freak, shout out. There you go. And but it's just I listen a lot. I'm not really I don't I mean, I like oldies. I like Johnny Cash, like this guy just said. I like George Jones, Hank Williams, Elvis. I love Elvis. I like a lot of stuff. I think my personal favorites right now would be I like Upchurch. He's because it's not really I like his music too, but it's not really his music. He's just kind of one of the people that really I don't know. It just seems like he sings about the truth. He's not one of those people that just sing about regular stuff. And and I just like what what he's about. He's kind of, I guess you could say, in my mind, he's one of the new age, like a new age Kid Rock, new age Hank Williams. He sings about the truth. He don't really, he's not kind of, he strays himself from the norm. And I drive a 2001 Yukon. And I like Yukons because I like speakers. That's the only reason I got a Yukon, is because I like speakers. And the Yukon has more space for speakers, subwoofers, stuff like that. That's why I like a Yukon. And if y'all got any more questions, I can answer some questions or anything like that. But let's see. I kind of tie Kevin Gates and Upchurch closely. I like Kevin Gates too, because Kevin Gates is more one of the realer. Like he doesn't just talk about stupid stuff like 21 Savage or uh, you know stuff like that. Just talking, all they talk all they're talking about is fucking crime and crackers this and crackers that. But I mean I ain't got nothing against them. I mean, I don't understand where all they're coming from, but you know, but I like stuff about you know I guess that that comes from the heart. Stuff that makes sense. And yes, I have had to swallow my spit. That's what I did pretty much my whole senior year. And Buddha got his nickname because when we were playing football, he looks like Buddha. He used to have uh, real short hair. When he got his hair cut, it looked like he was damn near bald. And he he's because he ain't really, Buddha's big. He just kind of looked like Buddha. That's, I guess, the coach, one of the coaches nicknamed him Buddha, and that's what they it's stuck for. It's still till this day. His nickname's Buddha. He's got Buddha, Malibuddha or something on his tag. So this day everybody still calls him Buddha. That's but that's where that came from. But let's see. But I guess I'll go back to the music question. But I mean, yeah, I guess I like all music. Just about all music. I don't really, the only thing I don't really like is pop or techno, stupid shit. Stuff just about every average person likes. I like rock. I like AC/DC. Stuff like that. I like rock. I like anything. I listen to everything. And like if you was to look at my damn Pandora, you wouldn't be able to tell if I was white or black. You wouldn't know, because it's just, I listen to everything. But I prefer stuff that has stuff with more meaning. Stuff that actually people have went through, dealing with you know problems in the world, stuff like that. And I don't want, because there's not very many people that's willing to risk their career like Upchurch. Upchurch, if he wasn't as good as he was, or there wasn't people like me that believed in speaking their word, speaking the truth, don't give a fuck about what anybody else says, he probably wouldn't have a career. And that takes a lot for somebody to put their career on the line like that, because he's not that big yet. He could have got shot off real quick just by saying some of the stuff he's said. But I mean, I give him credit for doing what he's done, because that's, he's he doesn't care whether or not it's if people think bad about him for what he does and what he believes, because it doesn't matter what anybody believes except yourself. I mean, I don't care about what my neighbor believes, but there's some people that care about what you believe. They want to change what you believe. I mean, that's not happening. You know, that's why I take it from Upchurch. You know, he don't really give a fuck about what anybody believes. You know, or he just won't. I mean, he's not trying to hurt anybody's feelings or nothing. Uh, he just wants. He speaks truth. He says what he believes, and he believes in it. And no, that's not a singing fish. That is a 10-pound largemouth bass that my grandmother caught. And yes, I did say my grandmother. But I'm just, I just like people like that. That's what I like. I'm Upchurch. Don't even know who the fuck I am, but I don't mind, you know, just appraising him or saying he's done good or I like what he's doing because it's the truth. I like what he's doing because he knows what he wants. He knows what he believes in, and there's can't nobody tell him different. And that's something I admire in somebody. They having beliefs. It's things they can rely on, and they don't stray from. Well, I guess I'm gonna give a few more minutes to see if anybody else has any questions or anything, and I'm gonna sign on off this thing because those people ain't gonna watch this video all the way through. But yes, I mean I know most people's only gonna come to this video just because it says dipping in school. I noticed dipping in school is a popular subject and everything, but I like to talk. If somebody if anybody wants to hear me talk about any kind of certain thing, I will. From in future videos, but if I can get into the future suggestions, that would I'll start uploading a lot more videos. But the past couple videos, I didn't really get too many views and whatnot, and that's kind of what keeps me from doing videos. I don't it's, to me it seems like I'm maybe wasting a little bit of time sometimes, but as long as I keep getting constant views, questions, stuff like that, subscribers, I don't mind. And hide dip in front of your parents, that's very hard. That's probably the hardest thing to do about dip. My mom, she could tell from a mile away I have a dip in. It's just one of them things. 9 times out of 10, the way I did it at the house is either I go out in the woods, away from people. Say I had to make up something. Say you was going out in the woods, check a trap, set up, try to do some homemade trapping or something like that. Go out in the woods or dip in the shower. That's my go-to. That's what I used to do. Go dip in the shower. Take you may have sit there and take you an hour-long shower. If your parents ain't gonna bitch at you about it, mine did. They always thought I was playing with my dick in the shower, but I was dipping. But I couldn't tell them that. But it's just that's that's a hard thing to do. I don't know your parents, and oh shit. But it's just a thing. And man, there are some parents that are gullible. They don't know. They just it's just one of them things. It depends on you. My parents, till the first time I got caught dipping, they never knew. I got caught dipping at my grandparents' house, sitting on the back porch while I was shooting a gun because I went inside, put a dip in. They didn't even notice until I leaned over and I spit one time. And they was like, "Let me see what's in your mouth." And they checked me, and I got in all kinds of trouble. But eventually, they started when I was getting older, and they realized I wasn't going to quit. They kind of left me alone about it. They don't want me dipping at their house. That's it. But that's the only really big thing. My dad doesn't, but my mom, she don't really care. But I don't mind doing what they wish because they're not. I'm old enough to do it now, but I'm still not gonna go over there and throw a dip in right in front of my dad and disrespect him in front of his house. In his house. That's not the kind of person I am. Even though it's legal for me to do, but I wouldn't do that. Anybody else got any more questions? see. So what else? I don't know, about any other states or anything like that, but hunting season started today where I was at. I went out there this morning for it is bow season. I went out there this morning. I didn't really see nothing, but I'm gonna be out there tomorrow morning. Ugh, that's a tough question. I just asked, what do I think girls think about dip? Uh, it depends on the girl. Some people, some girls might think, it's cute. Some girls might think it's nasty as shit, and they don't want you being around them because they don't want to get spit on, or they just think it's bad. It depends on what kind of dip you dip too. You dip in some long cut, that shit stinks. I don't even like the way it smells, but you know, you don't want to be kissing on no girl, and she ain't gonna want you kissing on her with that shit in her mouth. It's just one of them things. But most people won't mind. Just as long as you're not spitting on them or trying to fucking stick your tongue in their mouth, it's not a big problem. But if you're like one of them people that's got dip, right there in the mouth and just hanging out your mouth and all shit like that, that's, it don't bother me none. But a girl's not gonna think that's attractive at all. I tell you that. But most of them don't care. But I'm from Alabama. It's normal down here. I don't know about other places. But it's just kind of revolves around who you're around, who they are, what they're like, stuff like that. And no, I've never been to Kentucky. But once again, I think I'm about to go ahead and sign off. I won't. I'm gonna say it again. County Line Kings. Go check them out. One of my close buddies, trying to help him get up off the ground. Go over there, subscribe, and just help him out pretty much. Try to share him around. Try to get some of your buddies. If you don't think it's that interesting, just do it for me. Just try to help me out, help him out. I just just try to do something good. Something might good come back for you. You never know. But just go over there, subscribe, get him a thumbs up. Tell him Chris Kane sent you. I'm gonna be out. Thank you very much.